Hello everyone, it's Mariter here with Scrap Dog Media once again. Today I have another amazing video for you, but first I need to ask of your help. Starting a YouTube channel is a very difficult task and you need the help of your friends. You are my friends and even more so, you are my Scrap Dog family. So, I humbly ask, will you click subscribe? And while you're at it, please click that like button so the algorithm will know to send this video out to others to see. I sincerely thank you. You mean the world to me. YouTuber Vitaly Zdorovetskiy has been going completely crazy here lately. His antics have been blowing up all over the internet, and now he has landed his butt in a very harsh destination, a Philippines prison, a place that is packed so tight you will feel like a can of sardines, stuffed butt to butt up against the next person, so tight you can feel the next three people's sweat that are crammed beside you. Just imagine that for a minute. And if you think I am exaggerating, I am not. Just look for yourself online. Type in Philippines prison images into a Google search and see for yourself. Zdorovetskiy was arrested in the Philippines on April 3rd, 2025. He's facing multiple charges including harassment, alarm, and scandal, and even attempted theft. This all stems from his recent videos filmed in the country. The Philippine government isn't laughing. They've called him an undesirable alien and are pushing for his deportation, but not until he faces his charges and serves his time. Yes, that's right, he is not going to get deported just yet, like he probably thought he would. He probably was thinking he could come here acting like a complete fool and only get deported. Well, not here, buddy. Your butt is going to serve sometime in our fine establishments of what we call prison. Zdorovetskiy is currently detained in Muntinlupa awaiting trial. This could take years, from 2 to 3 years before even getting to go to court. And what's even worse, he cannot post bail from what I have heard. I heard that since one of his crimes was trying to take the gun away from a security guard, that it totally avoids his chances for posting bail. Honestly though, I don't want to mislead you on that. I am currently trying to find more info, but if you happen to know that exact details, please post them in the comments so that we will all know. Thank you. He decided to screw around with the wrong country this time. The Philippines is a country that will not accept his bullshit. And what's more, there were other YouTubers that even put out videos warning IRL streamers that they better not come to the Philippines and try this crap. If you have ever been to the Philippines, you would know this country won't tolerate that. Just look back at the years when our beloved President Rodrigo Duterte was in office. Do you think crime was tolerated then? Well, sure, crime happened. But Duterte put the hammer down on it like never ever seen before. And even now, under the new administration, it's still not tolerated. Yes, I know, Vitali was not a drug dealer nor something like that. But if you look at the things he did, you'll have to say, no, this shit is not acceptable. Not in the Philippines, not in any country. Vitali has made a career out of pushing the limits, constantly testing the boundaries of what's acceptable in the name of entertainment. From jaw-dropping stunts to elaborate pranks, he's built a reputation as one of the most daring content creators on the internet. His pranks, often outrageous and bordering on dangerous, have earned him millions of views and a dedicated following. Fans love the adrenaline rush his videos provide, but not everyone is amused. This guy was seen harassing security guards by stealing their caps, threatening to rob a woman, and making derogatory remarks to locals. He even jumped onto a moving jeepney and drove a tricycle recklessly. And what's even worse is he streamed all of this for the whole world to see. And now that footage is in the hands of the authorities and that plan to bring the hammer down on him and make an example to all IRL streamers that this will never be tolerated in the Philippines. The charges stem from several incidents during his live streams where he reportedly harassed Filipino citizens in public spaces. Footage presented during a briefing showed Zdorovetskiy aggressively interacting with a security guard and an elderly woman in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig. He also reportedly jumped onto a moving jeepney, fabricated negative reviews about local businesses, and stole small items, such as an electric fan from a restaurant and a tricycle, which he later abandoned on the street. Critics argue that his antics sometimes cross ethical lines. Did you know he stormed the World Cup final, creating chaos on one of the biggest stages in sports history? Yep, he actually did. Just Google that if you don't believe me. Even I didn't know he pulled a stunt like that, but the idiot did. And for what? Just for internet clout. And he climbed the Great Pyramid of Giza, a feat that sparked global headlines and raised questions about respecting cultural heritage. Yes, you hear that right? This fool idiot climbed the Great Pyramid, and he got himself arrested in Egypt. He spent 5 days in jail for this. Research it for yourself. I guess the fool thought he would get 5 days in jail at most in the Philippines, or maybe he thought his only punishment would be deportation. Well, guess what, Vitali? You screwed with the wrong country this time. From skydiving to sneaking into high-security events, you name it, he's probably done something wild there. His content thrives on shock value and unpredictability. But his latest stunt in the Philippines has sparked a different kind of reaction. This time, it's not just about pushing boundaries, it's about crossing them. People are outraged and the backlash is intense, and they have every right to be. This isn't just about a prank gone wrong. It's about cultural sensitivity, respect for the law, and understanding the impact of one's actions in a global context. The Philippines, rich in tradition and history, demands respect for its customs. As an influencer with a massive online platform, Zdorovetskiy faces growing scrutiny. With great reach comes great responsibility, and this incident has reignited debates about the ethical boundaries of online content creation. Zdorovetskiy's arrest has ignited a firestorm in the Philippines. Locals are angry. They see his actions as disrespectful, a blatant disregard for their culture and laws. The Philippine government is taking a hard line. The undesirable alien label isn't thrown around lightly. It's a clear message. Zdorovetskiy isn't welcome. His case is about more than just one YouTuber's bad behavior. It raises questions about how we navigate cultural differences in an increasingly globalized digital world. When does content cross the line? Zdorovetskiy's case forces us to confront a difficult question. Where do we draw the line between entertainment and harm? Social media has blurred the lines. The pressure to create viral content to constantly one-up the competition can be, well, intense. But at what cost? Zdorovetskiy's arrest is a harsh reminder that the internet is not a consequence-free zone. Should influencers be held to a higher standard? Millions of people follow Zdorovetskiy. They admire his lifestyle, his humor, and his ability to connect with them on a personal level. They watch his videos, they laugh at his jokes, they emulate his behavior. For many, influencers like him are more than entertainers, they're cultural icons. But what type of icon? Is this the type of icon you want your sons and daughters looking up to? One who has absolutely no respect. An icon that acts like a little punk who treats people with no respect at all. One who only cares about himself and his rise on platforms like YouTube, all at the expense of others. Well, that's what this dumbass was doing. Totally disrespecting the people of all the nations that he visited. This is the power and the burden of influence. Social media has given these individuals a platform to reach millions, but with that reach comes a unique responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility, right? But how do we define that responsibility in the digital age? Does it mean being mindful of the content they create, or does it extend to their personal lives and actions off camera? Should they be held to a higher standard? After all, their actions can inspire millions for better or worse. Are they role models, even if they don't ask to be? Can we separate the person from the persona, or does their influence blur that line? These are questions we need to grapple with as influencer culture continues to shape our world. The impact of their words and actions is undeniable, and as their platforms grow, so does the debate about their accountability. Weighing the consequences. Zdorovetskiy is facing serious legal consequences. The Philippine government is pushing for maximum punishment. Some say he deserves it. He broke the law, disrespected our culture, and needs to be held accountable. Others argue for leniency. They believe deportation is a more appropriate response. After all, Vitali is a foreign national. He made a mistake. But does that warrant years in a Philippine prison? There are no easy answers here. But I am here today asking you that question. What do you feel should happen? I want your opinion. I will not address my own opinion, as I am open to hear your opinion. I want to hear the arguments of the ones who say, throw the book at him. I want to hear the arguments of the ones who say, just deport him. Tell us about your stance on this in the comments. Let us know how you feel about it. Should he rot in prison or should he be set free? This isn't just about Vitali Zdorovetskiy. It's about a much larger narrative that affects every one of us who engages with the digital world. It's a wake-up call for content creators, for platform providers, and for all of us who participate in this online world. The internet is no longer just a tool. It's a space where identities are built, reputations are made, and sometimes lives are impacted in ways we never anticipated. We need to ask ourselves some tough questions, questions that go beyond the surface of likes, shares, and views. What are our responsibilities as content creators and consumers? Are we contributing to a culture of respect, or are we fueling a cycle of negativity and harm? How do we balance freedom of expression with respect for others? Freedom is a cornerstone of the internet, but it must coexist with empathy and understanding. And how do we ensure that the pursuit of online fame doesn't come at the expense of real-world consequences? The allure of virality can sometimes overshadow the ethical considerations of our actions. These are conversations we need to have. Conversations that involve creators, platforms, and audiences alike. Because the internet is not just a virtual space, it's a reflection of our collective values and choices. The future of the internet and perhaps our world depends on it. Together, we can shape a digital landscape that prioritizes responsibility, respect, and a shared vision for a better tomorrow. The one opinion of my own that I will share in this particular video is that IRL streamers absolutely must be stopped. We, the Philippines, the USA, and the rest of the world will not any longer stand for crap like this. You want to disrespect our people, you want to FAFO, then you absolutely will find out, and find out very hard and fast. Leave me your comments, please, and tell me. Should Vitali face the full wrath of the law, get up to 25 years in prison, or should it be dropped to about 8 years? Should it all just be dropped and only deport him? What is your belief on this matter?